It's Michael Crosby again here. I agree with the other candidates on a lot of issues. First of all, Dean's talking about people can't get IDs. He's absolutely right about that. We have blacklisting in this country. Dean's barely hitting. I'm going to post some videos. I'm going to show you what cyber attacks look like for real. I have more data on what live cyber attacks look like than many of the security firms in this country have. There's definitely a candidate suppression, and there are problems with many of the states actually protecting candidates. It's not a joke. It's really not a joke. They expect you to have your own protection. I'm somebody currently right now, I have people trying to kill me. This is no joke. I have people trying to do me bodily harm. And we have decentralized maniacs all over the country. And the only reason that I didn't travel to New Hampshire to participate in the debate is because I don't have the security matrix in place. My advisory is I need 80 guys. I need 80 guys. I have to have a 5-mile perimeter to stop snipers. No joke here. No joke here. This voter suppression, candidate suppression stuff doesn't go. It's not constitutional. That's a caste fee system. That's illegal. That is against the Constitution of the United States. That is one of the ultimate no-nos. It's considered an act of treason. It's punishable by the death penalty. We have to address these concepts of basically seeing party disintegration. I'm going to agree with Dean because, the Democratic Party needs to be investing in issues development. You have to have people to compete regardless. We have to have a competition. It's part of the catalyst. Keep it moving forward. I agree with many things that Marianne Williams is saying there, the major parties, because that's what's been going on. A diluting of our Constitution, and it's just really inexcusable. We had a 60-year war. This country really struggled to come into being. In 1812, the British came in and sacked and burned Washington. Many of the crucial notes necessary for uncompressing our compressed document, the Constitution of the United States, to when any of the notes of what the deal is were destroyed, were burned by the British, and these people were getting older. They did not have the time to put back into place the original cogs of what the agreement was. Now, it looks like I'm going to go a little bit over, and it's going to seem unfair because I'm posting this. I think all the candidates need to post again another round of material where people can compare it. Literally, they were taking concepts of the East Indies Company and merging them together into our republic. Basically, we are stockholders. The concept was that all of us were stockholders. All of us were vested. We had to be landowners or we couldn't vote. They had a fix for that, and a lot of people are missing this part. The fix is, you want to be a steward like the rest of us? Well, you have to do your bit. Here's some stakes. Go stake out some land. You turn that paperwork in. When you turn that paperwork in, you're a landowner. You can take that document and go right down and register to vote. You got 20 acres, you got to plant an acre of hemp because the Navy needs rope. Supposed to have stock and get residuals because originally we had state-sponsored capitalism. And the Chinese have taken notes on this. Chinese have put it into effect in China. Used to have a policy of we would back every American citizen. And our forefathers wanted to back every American citizen, but as the startup happened, okay, I'm going to hit hard here. 1750, the average 12 to 14 year basic carpentry skills, you had to build a roof over your head today. But in board feet equivalent, because there's other things you had to build, fencing, you had to build a smoke shack, the equivalent in board feet of a small 2-bedroom home today in 6 months or less. And this is the house productivity level. 30 house, that translates out into people who died at age 38. Now we have people that die at 78. We're expected to work 45 years, and they're going to lie to us and tell them it's a dream for us to own a home. No, that's a lie. That's a lie, because it was expected that everybody needed land. Everybody could stake out land. It's easy. You just look at a map. You look at the Louisiana Purchase. You look at all these purchases, and you can't say that we've been ripped off. I'm telling you, we've all been ripped off. And restoring land rights, again, to make sure that there's something available for each citizen, was something our forefathers were doing. They thought that they had it all the way to the year 3000, and something went haywire. And I have some historical stuff. I would love to get into that later on of why that is. But I'm going to jump over with modern tools. If you're being used at a productive level, if you can use a handsaw and a hammer, and I don't even think that 50% of kids in high school can do that now. I don't think they could use a handsaw without bending it. But basically we have power tools. We have small, affordable power tools. 45 years of productivity, that's 3 houses a year. And obviously, we know in the modern world that you'd parlay your bet. You'd parlay your money. If you're going to build 5, 10 houses, you're going to make deals with other people. Your efficiency is going to increase. You're going to get other people to do deals with you. You're going to get a cut. You're going to sponsor people. I'm just going to tell you what my equations are. The output ratio of what the average citizen should be, if they're assisted, is 480 houses for 45 years of work. Now, obviously, we have a lot of technology in there, and there's a lot of other ways that things work around, but we don't have any efficiency. We have no efficiency. People who are homeless, that's not efficient. People that are working in certain service industry jobs, that's not efficient. People who are doing lots of different little jobs, that's not efficient. We have a screwball economy that does not back our citizens. We're supposed to be able to get hard asset construction loans. And as vested members and shareholders, we are supposed to be backed. That hasn't been happening. That under my administration, that would in fact be reinstituted. Education out of Los Angeles has an effective 13-year layout. I've put stuff out on this before. Basically, 13 years in LA is $496,000, and you get to flip a coin and see if you get a burger flipping job. That is not justified. That is ridiculous. Education is going to be very transformative. It's one of the things, again, I worked on in my archive to do so much help re-engineer education. Because we need permanent education throughout our entire life. It needs to never stop. It should always be accessible to every American all the time.